Bryan ISD has 23 campuses. Funding all of them was one of the big topics at tonight's Bryan School Board meeting.
News 3's Anna Maynard breaks down how those budget conversations went and the impacts of action in Austin.
Uncertain was the word used by Bryan ISD leadership when talking about the budget development process for next school year. Pending legislation at the state level and the Department of Education's future in question, district leaders say it's been challenging to build a financial plan.
These conversations aren't new. School districts across the state, including Bryan ISD, have been feeling the effects of running 2025 campuses on 2019 dollars. House Bill 2 proposes an extra $220 in per student funding.
Remind the board to adjust for inflation. That increase would need to be, I think, roughly $1,300 per student.
If the legislature adjusted current funding for inflation, Bryan ISD would see an extra $16 million in revenue. Talks turned to school safety funding. Bryan ISD spent over $3 million on safety upgrades, receiving around $500,000 from the state to make it happen. Senate Bill 260 would double the amount of safety funding from $10 per student to $20.
The public students in Texas, that the state thinks that there's only $10 worth of safety that needs to be spent per student.
But Bryan ISD says it's still not cutting it. District staff explained the challenge of attempting to bring in more money through another source, like through property taxes.
Local money goes up, the state portion goes down. So it's going to stay the same level regardless of what's happened locally. But it doesn't mean that we're actually going to see additional dollars.
Bryan ISD plans to adopt its budget for the 2025-2026 school year in June. In Bryan, Anna Maynard, News 3.